Hello YouTube, my name's Nero, and today we have some Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and some giant news has come out about the new DLC coming to Advanced Warfare, the Ascendance DLC, which of course is going to be the second tier of DLC that we're going to be getting in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. We learned about the 4 brand new maps we're going to be getting, we've learned about Exo Zombies, as well as a brand new playlist that is going to be coming as a result of this DLC that actually incorporates some features from the campaign. Another feature of this DLC, of course, would be the OHM rifle, but that's actually been out for quite some time for Season Pass holders, so we already know enough about that. Let's start talking about these multiplayer maps. But I want to preface this by saying there's no actual trailer for me to show you footage of right now, just because the trailer itself is not released at the time of me recording this video. It could come out in the relatively near future, but what we've learned is they're actually going to be showing the trailer in the Call of Duty Championships Finals, as well as we're going to be able to see actual gameplay at the Call of Duty Championships, which is, I believe, on March 29th. So right now, all we really have is pictures and descriptions of the new maps, as well as the new Exo Zombies. So let's hop into this. The very first map we're looking at here is a very good looking map. Very nice screenshot right there. This map is actually going to be called Perplex, and the description of it is: venture into the streets of Sydney, which of course is in Australia, and battle through a 5-story modular apartment complex. With elevated vantages and tight corridors, Perplex is a small to medium-sized map that fits a variety of playstyles. Construction drones will shake things up, however, as they shift apartment modules and create new strategic pathways. So what we got here is basically going to be a very, very small map. It looks to me, just by the very description of it, and just looking at the picture, it looks like the description's accurate. It looks like there's going to be a lot of hallways. It looks like there's going to be a lot of tight and narrow places for you to go, as well as it is a 5-story modular apartment building, which I'm kind of worried. I'm kind of worried about that, because that reminds me a lot of a certain little map from Call of Duty Ghosts, which was kind of universally agreed upon as being the worst map in the history of ever. Not saying any names, so I'm just saying the map wasn't very good. And the reason it was bad is because it was like multi-layered. Just saying, just throwing it out there. But we'll have to see, of course, how Perplex actually goes down. But just the picture of it in itself, man, it looks gorgeous. You have the water there, and it just looks like a very, very nice map. We'll have to see how it actually plays out. Next map we're going to be looking at is going to be called Site 244, and the description of this map reads: an alien craft has crash-landed beneath Mount Rushmore. Boy, this doesn't sound like Call of Duty Ghosts at all. Making for an awesome medium to large 3-lane map littered with extraterrestrial debris. Gain a competitive advantage by getting the map-based score streak to open an alien spore that enhances your perks and exo abilities. So I'm kind of excited for this map. I kind of am. Now, first and foremost, it looks kind of cool. We're at Mount Rushmore. You got this nice little American theme to it. I think that's kind of cool. I like it when maps are set in places that are actually places and not just generic tropes of places, you know what I mean? So I think it's kind of cool. We're going to be out there right underneath Mount Rushmore, and the coolest part about it to me is says it's going to be a 3-lane map. I love me some 3-lane maps. It's my favorite style of map to be implemented into the Call of Duty franchise. If it's a 3-lane map, chances are it's freaking amazing, and it's going to play very, very well, especially for my favorite game mode, which of course is Domination. So I'm excited to see how that map's going to work out. The really interesting thing is the map-based score streak. It's going to be an alien spore that enhances your perks and exo abilities. Enhances them how exactly? I'm definitely interested to hear about that. For example, if you're using lightweight, do you move even faster if it's enhanced? If you're using low profile, how would you enhance low profile to do more than it already does? I don't know. This is interesting. I'm kind of confused as to how this may go. You know, if you're using overclock, will it go faster? Will it stay on longer? Will it be kind of like overcharge is on, like the overcharge perk? Will it be like that perk is on by default if you have this buff that you're going to get from this alien spore? I don't know. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. It definitely sounds awesome. Next map we're going to be looking at is actually going to be called Climate. Settle into your dome away from home in Climate, and that's terrible, your dome away from home. A lush, climate-controlled biodome. With a circular layout and a central island structure for teams to fight for control of, Climate keeps the pace and the action high. The tides can turn, however, when the river begins to rage and becomes a treacherous obstacle. Now, as I'm looking at this, where is this river? The screenshot that we were given here does not actually show to me a river, unless somehow the entire thing's underwater, because the sky doesn't really look like a sky, but at the same time it doesn't exactly look like water. But then again, it could be water. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm very confused. The grayness of the sky is probably from the actual dome itself. I picture something like the Dome, if you've seen the TV show or read the Stephen King book, or of course maybe are thinking back to the Simpsons movie. Perhaps it's something along those lines. But man, that's really confusing, and we don't really get to see a whole lot from that screenshot itself. But what we do know is it's going to have a circular layout with a central island structure for teams to fight for control of, which is kind of nice. They definitely do that a lot in a lot of their Advanced Warfare maps so far. It's usually like one set area of the map where everybody's trying to fight for, and this looks like it's going to continue that theme. So I'll have to see how that goes. And the fourth and final map is actually going to be called Chop Shop. The description of Chop Shop reads, discover the seedy underbelly of an unauthorized exoskeleton trade-in Chop Shop, a medium-sized industrial complex with a devastating map-based score streak, the Advanced Repulsion Turret. So I'm imagining there's a big turret that's going to hurt a whole lot. But yeah, it's going to be a medium-sized industrial complex. I kind of like the theme of it. It's basically like a black market exosuit place where people go and trade stuff and then work on them in a chop shop. That's definitely weird, but from the screenshot here, we don't really get to see, of course, a whole lot besides a little room with a little bit of an exosuit right there and some boxes and things like that. I wish there was a trailer I could show you guys in here, but right now it just isn't out. We're gonna have to wait on that. But I wanted to make this video, of course, let you guys all know the DLC is coming. And of course, Exo Zombies. We gotta talk a little bit about Exo Zombies. So the Ascendance DLC also brings a new map for Exo Zombies mode. The returning celebrity cast of John Malkovich, Bill Paxton, Rose McGowan, and John Berthal fight tooth and nail through undead zombie hordes. To help them in their fight for survival, players will leverage an expanded arsenal of weapons and traps, and if you're a longtime fan of the series, you might spot a familiar fast food chain in these zombie-filled ruins. That's right, it's time for another trip to Burger Town. I don't know if that's a big selling point for the zombies, but it is kind of cool. They're referencing Burger Town, which of course has been a big part of the Modern Warfare series. We've seen, I don't believe there was a Burger Town, any references to it at all in Call of Duty 4, but I know for a fact it was in Modern Warfare 2, and I'm pretty sure it was in Modern Warfare 3. Yeah, so we're basically going to have a Burger Town there, which of course is a big thing in the Call of Duty franchise if you play the campaigns, and it's also included in some of the multiplayer maps. Like a lot of games and a lot of movies you'll see have like these generic brands or these generic franchises within their universe, right? And so Burger Town's basically like the Burger King or the McDonald's of the Call of Duty universe, right? And so basically that's going to be a big part of the map. We're going to have Burger Town where we'll be fighting around in there, and of course you can see from the screenshot we got a bunch of areas outside of Burger Town to play with, but of course we're going to be able to see that. I think the most interesting part about this is the idea that we're going to have a quote-unquote expanded arsenal of weapons and traps, which definitely sounds like a cool thing. A lot more weapons, a lot more stuff, a lot more gadgets to play with, and I think that's going to be something that's going to continue to have players continue to want to play Exo Zombies. Is every time a map comes out, you really have to try and innovate with it and try and do something new and different with it, try and make it feel way different than the last map that actually came out. That's how Treyarch has succeeded with their zombie maps, and it looks like Sledgehammer Games is going to try and follow suit with that by actually expanding upon their zombie maps every single time they release a brand new one. The final thing we learned about the Ascendance DLC is there's actually going to be a brand new playlist coming to it. So it's actually going to be called the Exo Grappling playlist, and those of you guys that have completed the campaign, you'll know exactly what this is. Me personally, I haven't played the Advanced Warfare campaign yet, right? I haven't played it yet. I usually wait till like halfway through the year, 3/4 of the way through the year to go through the campaign and play through all it and then try and get the achievements and things like that. So I haven't played it yet, but I have looked up videos on it now that I've actually heard about Exo Grappling, how it's going to be its own playlist, and basically Exo Grappling is pretty freaking nuts, especially if you want to kill somebody with it. You sneak up on somebody, you shoot this thing out, it grabs them and like sucks them back to you. Like, it's really kind of crazy. But the description for it on the statement from Activision says, the unique grappling ability found in the campaign mode is now available for use in all of the Ascendance multiplayer maps throughout the Exo Grapple playlist. Activate your Exo Grapple ability for a faster way to reach strategic vantage points or as a brutal secondary weapon to take down the competition. So this is not going to be in every single map. This is not going to be a thing that we're going to be seeing in all the maps. It's actually going to have its own specific playlist for people to try out, and it's the kind of thing that catches on. It's the kind of thing that catches on. Call of Duty's been doing this forever, man. They try out different kinds of playlists. They try out different kind of rule sets and things like that just to see if the community catches on. Usually they don't, but at least they try. They try to put stuff out there. Like, remember the Bare Bones playlist, and of course you look at the normal playlist in Advanced Warfare where you don't have your exosuits. That never really caught on. The Call of Duty's been trying this stuff out for years, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, and yeah, Exo Grappling is going to be one of them. So that is what we're going to be getting with the new Ascendance DLC, ladies and gentlemen. Keep in mind that's going to be coming out on March 31st for Xbox Live, and then presumably a month later for people on the PlayStation and on the PC. But yes, the new DLC is actually on its way. Now stay tuned for a trailer. Of course, I'm looking forward to actually being able to see a trailer, actually be able to see some gameplay on these maps. I'll definitely be interested to hear about that. I mean, that sounds like the coolest part, right? Like actually seeing gameplay, but we did get to see pictures of the maps. We did get the descriptions of the maps that were actually released by Activision themselves. So we have a little bit of an idea of what to expect when the Ascendance DLC actually comes out. Once once again, going to be looking forward to that trailer, and I'll be doing a full trailer breakdown, as I usually do here on my channel, if and when it actually becomes available to me. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please be sure to leave a rating where you guys feel it deserves, and of course, let me know in the comment section below your opinion on these maps based upon descriptions and pictures, which isn't really a whole lot to go on. But what do you guys think of the Ascendance DLC so far? Let me know about that. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please be sure to leave a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.